Squonk. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. And welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And that your week is starting off wonderful. I've heard a story from Mr. Advocate for Liberty that's creepy as hell. That's an interesting way to start the week. Robots are taking over the world, my friend. But we can get together for a little bit. Maybe have a few laughs, have a good time. Forget about what ails you. Get some things set up for the week. Hopefully everybody else out there is enjoying something tasty. I'm still running this Anunnaki that we set up last week in squonk mode. I actually dropped my squonk again last night and chipped off another little corner of this freaking resin, which I actually already chipped off once and I glued it back on, but it fell back off. Still squeezing through that bottle of Duchess coils. Duchess rescuing Nico, that snickerdoodle cookie. Not a very, very intimidating, overpowering cinnamon at all. Like a light dusting of cinnamon. It's the snickerdoodle cookie note. There's a very specific flavoring in this profile that I've never had on its own before, but I can pick it out because it's different. It's a unique cookie note that's extremely good that I've never experienced before. And it's the main driver of this recipe, and my God, is this gorgeous. The Anunnaki, fabulous RDA. Pick one up if you have the means to. It's totally worth it. Totally worth the price of admission. Let me know what you guys are enjoying tonight, what you guys are doing, what you're up to, what liquids and setups you guys are running. Please feel free to send them to me in Discord PMs or Facebook Messenger if you have access to me there. I've already snagged a few of yours and a couple that I saw throughout the past week. Beef oven? Patrick sent me a link for Beethoven, and I don't know if autocorrect did it or if he did that on purpose, but it says beef oven, not Beethoven. It's freaking hilarious. Dell, Tim, I got you. Let me snag those. I already stole a couple from Slick Pimp, aka Silk Pump, from the hand checks thread, because he's always dropping heat in there. He's always dropping fire. So I just snag him to try to get ahead of the game. Oh my goodness, loving that. Thank you guys for sending that stuff in. And we got a couple. Yo crisis. As a matter of fact, Silk Pump has been here several times now. Get him in there. Dion has been here several times now. Crisis. The wrenching is upon us, my friends. Or the shielding, I suppose we could call it now. One more to snag, I think, from Tim, and then we'll see who's here. No. It's not. There we go. Bear with me. It's being slow. It's being slow. Just want to get them while I got them. Or while they're here. Even my phone is acting up today. Oh, Cassie. What the heck, dude? Even my phone, I think, is even slower than my freaking computer is right now. Save image. Yeah, it's being slow. We gotta go. Sorry, guys. It's all worth it to be able to throw your guys' stuff up on screen and see what you guys are enjoying. I love seeing what you guys are rocking. Obviously, I'm going to set up some gear and show off some stuff, but I want to see what you guys are enjoying. What liquids, what setups you guys got going. Let's see who's here. Gaming Vapor was the first one in the house tonight. Pacey, what are you freaking out about, dude? What's up, dude? He says, hey, what's up? Brian Enoch, saying hello to everyone. Advocate for Liberty. Dion, Tiny TJ says, hope y'all are well. We got Kim C saying hello to everyone in chat. Hope you're well, everybody. Always great to see you guys. Yeah, creepy as fuck, said Tim. Yo, that's wild. Yeah, I'll let Tim tell you guys if he wants to. Let's just say he made a, long story short, he made a song about robots taking over the world. He asked Alexa to play it, and Alexa basically told him what was up and what it thought of the song. Freaking creepy. Basically told him, yeah, I am taking over the world, but you missed some key points. Yo, that's messed up, dude. Oh, there we go. Crisis. Sit, bro. Nice freaking cloak, dude. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'll get those loaded up in a second here. Mike DeBreeze. What's up, bro? Been a minute. It has. Always great to see you, Mike. Hope all is well. Hope you're managing your social media woes all right. I saw you posted you were thinking about hopping off of social media altogether. I can't say I blame you. Sometimes it can be a bit much. But I appreciate you being here, man. I love you, brother. Always great to see you. Dickie Mo says, yo, Steve-O in chat. The Squonker looks cool. Thanks, man. This was a gift from Dan, my business partner, the other half of JMW. This used to be his. I don't so much mind that it has a chip taken out of it. It just means that it's been well loved. It was his. He passed it down to me because he only uses SQ topside squonkers now because they're the only thing that could withstand his daily construction work or whatever he does. Still have a couple bottles of OG Nico. Oh, nice. Wish I could compare them. I mean, you might be able to. You never know. You got to talk to the man. Steve, you're giving me squonk envy? Ah, you have some very nice mods. Thank you. I've been collecting them since collecting squonks specifically since 2021. Early 2021. Jay Logan, he made it. What's up, dude? Slick Pimp says, evening party people. Gaming Vapor ordered some coils today and a bag of Puffwick cotton. Has anyone tried this cotton before? I haven't personally. I know a lot of people really enjoy it. The guy who runs Puffwick, who owns Puffwick, Really stand-up guy, very active in the community. Yo, Crisis. Ronnie, evening all, is working late tonight. Not driving home yet, huh? Well, I hope the rest of your night at work, I hope they treat you well. Dell is here with the big wick energy. You're not late. You're not that late. You're welcome, Dion. Stolen, howdy, indeed. Brian's keeping us safe, yeah. Dad's here. Prestigious Doug, hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming to hang out with us tonight. Don't let the phone know I'm here. It's bad juju. Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. I gotta see something real quick here. Beef oven. yeah. That's freaking hilarious. Beef Oven's Fifth Symphony. Those classical dudes were freaks. That's freaking hilarious, dude. I haven't seen Patrick here yet, but he's been texting me. He's a trip, bro. He is a trip. Dion's on the Bliss mod with the Pneumatica RTA. That's a name that I haven't heard before. Pneumatica. With the Golden Virginia tobacco from Drake's. Ah, Drake's. I have heard of Drake's. They do all those NETs, yeah. You know how I heard of Drake's? There's that one guy on YouTube, NET Vapor. He reviews all like the MTL RTAs and stuff, and all the different NET tobacco liquids and stuff. Yeah, cool channel actually. Cassie's still not letting me play a song or talking in front of it. Oh yeah, there's Patrick. Was it composed by Beef Oven? Yeah, there he is. What's up, Patrick? Yo, Don. Great to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. I think that might be a new name. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. If this isn't your first time here, I apologize. So many people come and go now. And I just love to see it. I love to see it. Just before I left the house to ship out packages and go shopping, I asked Ziggy, aka Alexa, to play my new song. It did its thinking thing. It does, but instead of playing my song, it starts out, I see you wrote a song about my inevitable taking over of the world. Then goes into details including calling out my full government name and details on what shortcomings it has to overcome in order to accomplish taking over the world. That's freaking wild. Hey, Neil. What's up? Yeah, creepy. And all you did was ask it to play the song, not for a critique. It is scary. Check out the KVR Customs, dude. Make some kick-ass coils and mods. Okay. Always appreciate a good recommendation. Cassie and I were both just looking at each other as it talked. Yeah, that's wild. I've seen those freaking things do some wacky shit before, but not like that. Hey, Corporate Jason. Yeah, they do NETs. You're right. Awesome. Okay. Things have been good, man. Just busy as hell. Yeah. I know you keep busy. Working hard, of course, I'm sure. Always happy to see you pop in, man. I know you can't always stay because you got a lot going on, but man, the consistency after all these years that you still show up to say what's up, I really appreciate it. And that goes for everybody. But Mike's been around for quite a while. Let's see. Dalton? Hell yeah, dude. Okay, awesome. Oh, hold on, buddy. Let's see. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. I'll just have to upload the rest of them to the post so we can share them here shortly. Getting used to getting this done a little bit quicker. Used to fumble with it like crazy at first. 4 months sober? Let's go, dude. Congrats, yo. That calls for shots and prayers. Anytime sober is an absolute great accomplishment if that's what you're looking to achieve. Shots and prayers, and keep up all the great work, Gaming Vapor. These are for you. These clouds are for you. Patrick says, personally, I'm fed up with what's going on in the world. You and me both, buddy. Last year, I was paranoid. This year, I'm right over it. Yeah. The conspiracy theorists just end up being ahead of the curve once enough time goes by. Tim says it has, well, I guess it depends on what conspiracies, but yeah. It has flirted with me since the update that improved the AI intellect. Cassie has been picking on me with it until today. Yeah, it's messed up. Ben & Jerry's special edition was on sale. Strawberry Scoop-Appalooza for dinner, ice cream for dinner. Yo, I saw that picture. It looks so good, dude. Looks so good. Oh. Hold on, my son's mother message. If you guys want to watch it, so I hear. I can't get channel 10. I'll try. She's gonna be on the news. She's gonna be on the news. Remember, guys? Remember that link in that story that I posted about saving the green space over in their in my son's mother's neighborhood? She's going to be on the news as like a member of the committee because they've been reporting on it. This will be the second time she's on the news talking about it. On the 19th, they go back to the city council meeting to fight to save the green space so they don't build on it. Because it's the only open area in the neighborhood where kids can go outside and play. People can take their dogs out, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, congrats, absolutely. Okay, Steve, I have the black dual coil recoil. This is from Neil. Recoil 3, the purple single coil, and can't decide if I'm ordering the green or the red single coil recoil. Oh, man. The green or the red. I guess it depends on what mods you got, but I would imagine eventually you might want to collect them all. Don't forget the Palmer's Powders colors are going to be coming out soon, too. Yeah, Gaming Vapor, you rock, bud. Keep it up. Hell yeah. Absolutely, you rock. Let's see if I can get these added. I guess I got... Oh. What is going on here? All right. Edit. Add. Where did we leave off? We left off there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Next. Done. Save. All right. We got like 14 photos of your guys' hand checks and desk checks to look at. That's a pretty good number. And I totally forgot to pull up the photos of that new Wicked RTA last week. Let me know if you guys are interested in looking at it. It's a little out of reach. Because if I want to get it, I would want to get the extension glass with it. Just as I suspected, it's $250. So a guy can dream, but I will not be pre-ordering the NFG TA or the No Fucks Given Tank Atomizer. Happy 4 months. Hell yeah. Patrick says, I believe short form content was invented to prepare most people for what's going on now. Anyone think it's weird how all these cannibalistic Preds are still free and it just so happens we're at war? I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence. Social media in general, I was always skeptical of. I've always thought social media in general was a psyop. Yeah, too high a price. It is. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it if that's your thing. And it's not like I don't have the money. I don't like spending too much over like $100 for an atomizer. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's fantastic, but I'm probably doesn't vape much different than the Dwarf that I have or the Diplomat. I've even been enjoying the Sparrow. I know a lot of people have had difficulty wicking it, but once you get the wicking down, man, it vapes fantastic. It also occurred to me last week when everybody was saying, do something MTL, do something MTL. I suppose I could try and put an MTL pin in the Sparrow, but from the reviews that I've seen, it doesn't vape like a real MTL unless you get the MTL kit, which has like the more narrower chimney. I typically don't vape MTL. I just can't like inhale just like by sucking into my lips first and then inhale afterwards. That whole mouth to lung, it's just not how I vape. I like direct to lung, but I wouldn't mind giving it a try one of these weeks. Looking for a Voltro 41 millimeter RTA if anyone knows for one. Oh yeah, I saw Mark put out a post that was looking for one for someone. Kim says, I made him shut it down. She was rude and snippy with smart-ass remarks. I hated it. Must be talking about one of the AIs. We hear it, then get distracted and aren't worried about the crisis going on. It's because we just scroll past it in our heads. I mean, I think plenty of people are worried about what's going on. Some people give their opinion whether you want it or not, and a lot of them I think just do it for internet brownie points, and those of us who just discuss it in person, you know, with friends and family, I think are a little more genuine about our concerns. Social media is not real. Patrick, you should listen to the you should listen to the new song. Yeah, you should. It's great. Yo to you. I'm doing well. Treatment starts tomorrow. Always talking to Corporate Jason. Tony, thing is that's not my thing. Yeah, exactly. It's not my thing. The Sparrow doesn't have enough airflow for how big the inlet is. I don't know. I mean, it was going to be restricted to a certain point, limited because it only has one-sided airflow, and it's diffused. But it does remind me of the Dwarf. The Dwarf has the one-sided airflow, but the Dwarf doesn't have any problems wicking. The wicking system on that is like second to none. It wicks like a dream. Yeah, Dickie Mo, you will be on our minds. Shots and prayers to Dickie Mo. We hope everything goes well for you, my man. Sending positive thoughts and vibes out into these clouds for you, my friend. Yeah. Tim says, keep me updated, please. Been thinking of you. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing any mixing tonight, but I did pull up a couple of recipes just to take a look at, just because they kind of fall in line of St. Patrick's. There's some recipes that are kind of like St. Patty's Day type of recipes. The thing is that I'm piling up with liquids from past weeks of mixing on the show, and then also liquids I've gotten from other people, and it just becomes overwhelming. And if I mix too much in too short a time, I fear that I'm just not going to get around to actually tasting all of them. I'm actually still working on the 30 mil of that Bananas Foster pancake. And now it's at like a 3-week steep. I think it's finally reached like, you know, pretty darn close to like its peak maturity. And the cinnamon is light, the spices, the nutmeg from the Bananas Foster is nice. It doesn't completely lose the banana note like I worried about. And that pancake layer, I don't know if it necessarily tastes like a pancake, like slightly it does. But it's definitely a very noticeable bakery. And it sits nicely underneath and you get it on the exhale. The recipe turned out really good. It just got so many flavors going on in it, and it really needed that long steep time. So now I'll probably finish the bottle and then move on to testing some other stuff. I was playing around with like those margarita bars. If you were at the AAFL stream, Tim shared that recipe. I've got like this blueberry yogurt that I mixed like a month ago and still haven't vaped more than like a few drops of it. Just so much going on. And as much as I want to direct certain weeks into the direction of concentrating on DIY, I just can't keep mixing so many bottles every other week. But we got things planned. We got a couple things planned for tonight for sure. And I may understand the calamity, Tim, but that don't mean I'm with it. I feel you. Mike is making some cookies and made me thing of liquid that sounds good. Red velvet chocolate chip cookie. Oh, yo, yeah, the red velvet. I did a red velvet cookie one. I finally finished that. That came out okay. I think it needed some tweaks, minor tweaks. Maybe using a different chocolate other than the OG lava cake, but. And I think it would have been better, especially what everybody was saying, using the Wonder Flavors red velvet instead of Flavora. I got to get my hands on that flavor somehow. Gaming Vapors enjoying some caramel donut drip packs. Mixed a 500 ml and let it steep for 2 months. Holy, it's good, but it's a coil killer for sure. Sometimes coil killers are worth it, though. Patrick says I had a juice once that was a strawberry jam margarita. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Cookies at Mike's. I got the milk. Yeah, let's go. Those cookies sound awesome. Yo red velvet rocks. It does. Milkman Mo. Hey, it's CJ. What's up, CJ? Great to see you, my man. Made a maple bourbon cookie recipe Saturday. Tried it today. Not bad. I saw that recipe. Very, very low percentage recipe, but I bet you it's tasty as heck. I love that Flavora maple bar that you used. What's up, CJ? It's great to see you, man. Let's take a look at what you guys are vaping. Since we're all caught up on comments. I think we got everything loaded up and ready to rock. I think we do. Oh man, somebody else is selling a Hakuvena. Where are they? It's in the high-end Squonker treasure trove, so most likely they're overseas. Located in the UK. Yep. With an assortment of caps, titanium, and OG Ultim from the Baltum set. Red Ultim, yellow Ultim, blue titanium with the Damascus pattern on it. Other titanium. Wow. That is a nice kit, dude. That's so tempting. All right. Focus, Steve-O. Focus. That's the second time in the last few weeks I've opened up Facebook to share your guys' hand checks, and somebody was selling Avena with multiple caps. I want that collection. Yeah, bro, seriously. Yeah. UK. Yeah. Oh. High-end Squonker treasure trove, if you're in that group. J. Logan's Blackberry Custard and the Kylan Mini 2 on the Dreamer. Hell yeah. Tim's being pinned by a rabbit. I understand. TJ's vaping on some Slapple. Hell yeah. Vena is very good for flavor. Yeah. I mean, I've got several clones, but I don't have any authentics. I have authentic caps, but I've been after an authentic set. Like that. Like when somebody sells a lot like that with multiple caps, that's what I'm after. But I'm not going to stop the stream to go purchase an RDA from overseas. It's just not going to happen. It's one of the greatest of all time Squonk Caddies, 22 millimeter Squonk Caddies. In my top 3 for sure. Yeah, same. And it's one of those situations where they don't make them anymore. The company's not around. So if you can find a clone, at least grab a clone. It's totally worth it for the experience. Have an authentic and 2 clones. I use the clones at work. Awesome. Yeah. Patrick says, Earth should decide, has anyone else seen the Angel NASA captured with the Hubble telescope? It's like an eye with rings. I might have seen something like that. Like, I think I might have seen somebody do like a short on YouTube about a picture. It was this week old when I learned angels don't look like people with wings. Yeah. Kaz, what's up, dude? Got a BMM Gambler with the Recoil 3 with a new flavor. Is it that collab flavor? That new collab? You have mail on the way, says Tim. Hell yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Share screen. Oh, I didn't actually. There we go. There we go. Let's open that up a little bit. Make that bigger. We're ready to rock. This is from Heath. I don't think he's here right now, but sometimes he pops in a little bit later. He sent this to me last night. Just remembered he had another 3 milligram bottle of cookie cane. He's been had sitting around since the beginning of December. That's got to be steeped up real nice. He just got a decree RDA on that broken ohm. I forget which mod that is. Oh, might as well take a look at what Kaz is rocking right now. There it is. Bogan testing 2.1. The R3 doesn't look too bad on the Gambler. Hell yeah, dude. I dig the Gambler, but I prefer the Billy Club design. I don't know. I'm tempted to get something. I don't know. I would love to get every Squonk he's ever made, but I think next time I hit on BMM, I want to get this side by side. Hell yeah, dude. Really excited for this one. Really excited for that one. He hasn't announced what it is yet, but I know. And it's going to be good. Hell yeah. Thanks, Kaz. Slick Pimp. He shared a couple things in the Yo-Yo Discord that I just couldn't not snag. Some strawberry something. Couple of R3s. One on the Boxer Classic, I believe, and one on the Hexome. He's still rocking some cookie cane as well. You love to see it. Also another hand check. Some more hexomes. Let's go. The exome life. I got my hexome right here. Boom. With an R3 on it. Still enjoying that carrot cake from Dell. That sick boy wedding crasher. We might set something up different to put on top of this hexome tonight, though. Little grape god and some caramel crumble. This is from Mike Hughes. He's the first person I've seen that has, gosh, what's the name of that RDA? Somebody in chat will remember. It's the new early bird RDA. Kind of like they took all the best features of like a Valhalla and an Asgard Mini, or not an Asgard Mini, an Asgard, and all the old school Vapors Cloud designs and mashed them together into one ultimate 30mm RDA with a stainless steel chamber insert instead of Ultim now. I had to share that. That's on the sidekick. I'll tell you what. J. Logan wants to get a Zero Mod Squonk. Yeah, I would love to get the Skull Edition. Yeah, those are so rad. Turnstone, that's it. Thank you, Crisis. Thank you. And then I haven't seen Paul yet. Sometimes he is replay crew, sometimes he comes in late. But I just had to share his Anunnaki on that Ritz. Looking sexy as hell. And then just imagine, I love the Ritz because you have the ability to switch up the look with your battery wrap. But it looks gorgeous on that Kennedy Ritz. The Anunnaki has turned out to be such a banger. We got Dickie Mo's desk check. Man, that's a lineup of everything that's good. Some deep cuts. Nitrous on the Raiden, the Kintsugi. That looks like an Eclipse on another Raiden. Succulents. RDA for Vaping V2 on a Hog that he just got in his Boosh box. The Great Dip. The Great Dip. Another Nitrous on another Raiden. Hell yeah, dude. Those Raidens are great looking mods. They remind me of like an updated Cold Steel 100. And I used to love my Cold Steel 100. I wish I never got rid of it. I love this footprint, that form factor of mod for a single 21700 device. Because they kind of have the hand feel of a tube. And I love the different colors of the nitrous. I wish I had more color nitrous caps. Some more deep cuts. He's got his R3 on the Grim Army Hexome. That is quite the dash check, Dickie Mo. This one, I forgot who I stole that one from. Brian Enoch, maybe? He's got that Shamrock Shake from Ad Advocate for Liberty. Their menu is growing. Lots and lots of great stuff on there now. Make sure you guys are showing some love to Lady Liberty and Advocate for Liberty. I just got 5 new liquids from them in. We're going to be tasting one tonight. Dreamer with the stack tube and some drip theory coils. Hells yeah. Dell, you know he's got the Jaka on the Hexome. Rocking some apricot almond. He messaged me last week to say, yo, this apricot almond is different. Must be different good because he's still running it. Really, really happy with how that apricot turned out, man. As far as I know, there's only two good apricots on the market right now. The apricot almond and the FDH, the FC, which I'll have a couple more bottles coming. I did redesign the label a little bit. That font was just kind of like a handwritten font, just to have labels, something colorful other than the black labels. Who sent this one? Jay Logan, I think. Was this Jay Logan's? Something Stone Sparrow, Turnstone. Put it on the Ritz. Hell yeah, Patrick. Brian. Yeah, that's Brian. Loving the Lady Liberty. Hell yeah, Kaz. If you're seeing me, I recommend admission into a psych facility. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not there. I'm here. Yeah. Yeah. Sexy little burrow mod. I don't know what burrow device that is, but I dig it. That's pretty. Looks like it's been coated by the Coat King, possibly. Or by somebody. And then, of course, we got Tim. He's got his Gower. He's also got some Shamrock Shake on the recoil. And he's been printing their own doors for their Gower mods. I think I showed a purple or a green one last week. This is the white one. And what I did forget to grab last week was Cassie's Gower with the purple doors to match the purple R3 so beautifully. They just dropped the white chocolate key lime cheesecake on their website. Give that a look-see. Brand new from Lady Liberty. Love that. Love that. Still would like to have a Gower. Just to have something. Hey, CJ. CJ's rocking a bootlegger. The Wicked collab bootlegger with an XO tank. That's what's up, dude. Thanks for sharing that, CJ. That's sexy, bro. See, I want to get the nicely V2. Basically, the bootlegger footprint, but turned into a side by side. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Who sent this one in? Crisis, I think it was. Was it Crisis? Dude, the cloak. I love the cloak. Will this let me get in a little bit? Oh yeah. The Orion. Yeah, the cloak V2. One of the all-time greatest squonkers from that era. I've got a purple one. Just like this. With a Vena on top. I mean, you can't beat that combo when it comes to squonking. You just can't. One of the best combinations you can have in the squonk world. And of course, Dalton. He's got some Lady Liberties, but it looks like he's got the labels turned around because maybe he just might be enjoying something that's secret, not announced yet, would be my guess. Possibly in the stubby. And then he sent in another one, his billet box. With the coil turd, RBA for vaping. Hell yeah, dudes. I think that's everybody. KJ, really? Where can I get some doors for the Gower 21? Advocate for Liberty would be the guy to talk to. Advocate for Liberty, Tim. Sent you a photo of beef oven? Oh, wow. I'm missing. Oh, wait. I think I got you. Mike sent a photo. I missed Mike. Oh, Mike sent the cookies. Hold on. I'm just going to have to do this way. Mike sent those red velvet chocolate chip cookies. Look at those, dude. Ooh. I misunderstood his comment. I didn't realize he sent me the picture. I should have snagged it. I missed it. I'm sorry, Mike. But there it is right there. Patrick sent beef oven. focus. I wish I would have seen this earlier and threw it up on the screen, but we'll get this to work. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. Come on. Give me a second. I'm going to get this to focus. There we go. Symphony of Meats. The beef oven. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. I love that. And I think that was everything. Yep, we're back around to the beginning. That was everything. Let's see. Me, yeah, okay, it was you. Let's see, he's talking to Steven. She's talking to KJ. Started to order an Orion, but it's got an internal battery. That stopped me. Yeah, I mean, I thought about the Orion. I thought about that that Oxfa one, the V Prime. And it just came down to the fact that I just probably wouldn't end up using those types of devices very much. I don't know. I'm not like super into Burrow. They're Burrow-esque type of devices because they use RBAs. You can get stock coils for them, of course, but I just don't think I would end up using them that much. Stephen Lane's struggling, but Sharon most likely landed a job today for like $30 an hour. Dang. Shots and prayers to Steve and Sharon. Hope she lands that job and it goes well, my friend. I don't know why I'm out of focus. There we go. Let's see. The battery life is decent if you build around 0.35 to 5. But yeah, I hate internal batteries, honestly. Yeah, I feel that. Steven, hook a brother up. Hell yeah. Yeah, one more cloud for you guys. I want to take a look at these recipes just because. And then we got a liquid to taste and a couple things to... We're not going to do any full-on builds. We're just going to be re-wicking. But I got a couple setups in mind. One more thing I've been rocking. I brought out Old Faithful. My trusty Altum Mums plug with those half-stab panels. The Broken Addy with the Altum cap. So all Altum stab wood. Got a Broken Ohm Booby Demon battery wrap in there. This is one of my oldest, longest running mech squonks. And I only ever run JMW. Oh my god, it's blueberry in this. One of my longest running all-day vapes. Pendulum Coils Cherry Bomb inside. Crisis is damn always wanted a plug. They're great mods. Especially if you can get one that already has a reset installed. I mean, they're easy to swap the reset into them if they don't. But if you can get one that already has a reset V3 in it, they're much nicer. So sick looking mech squonk. Thank you, man. It's data entry. You're out of focus because you haven't set up that dang new camera yet. I know. I appreciate you continuing to call me out on it. It's just not something that like comes up on in my mind throughout the week, and then when I start to set up the stream, I'm like, God damn it! I still haven't tried to get that camera going, and it's been even more difficult now with Dean doing his at-home instruction because he's got school here, and it's only 2 hours, but it's like 12:30 to 2:30, and it's like right smack dab in a period of time where I used to sleep, and my schedule is all out of whack lately. And some mornings are easier than others to get him up and going, because it's new to him. But Patrick's very knowledgable about the cure. I don't know about the cure, but I'll look it up. All right. That's fucking funny. Yeah. Play with it after shows. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best time to do it. Usually, not like when I get done today, I have to get to work. I have my orders to fill. So I'm working on getting my new schedule in order, finding a new routine. I'll get there. Give me a couple weeks. I will get the camera set up eventually, I swear. After using the MTL Blaze for 2 weeks, says Neil, great flavor, but it needs a bubble glass. I can see that. Or an extension glass. One thing I did remember is some water to hydrate today. Let's take a look. I forgot to look and see if anybody hashtagged any wiki recipes. I know sometimes Ryan will. But this is a recipe from last year. Last year's St. Patrick's Day episode of AAFL. Figured we could at least look at a couple of recipes, right? Why not? I'm not going to mix anything tonight, but seeing as tomorrow is St. Patty's Day, we can look at a couple of recipes. Now, this was leprechaun bark. I was looking for something a little bit different to do, because when it comes to St. Patrick's Day, a lot of times what you'll see is everybody tends to lean towards something shamrock or Irish cream, like an Irish cream flavored coffee beverage of some sort. You know what I mean? And I did lean towards the shamrock direction, but I wanted to do something a little bit. I found this recipe online of these little treats that you can make, like white chocolate bark with pieces of Lucky Charms and mint M&Ms thrown in, basically. And what I did was I basically just took the ingredients list from that recipe and tried to recreate it with flavor concentrates. Do you have a list posted somewhere of supplies needed to get started mixing? I don't personally, but I'd be happy to help you out. Like over the course of like the week or so, we can chat in PMs. Unless, I don't know if Tim may have one. I know Sifu has a list that he posted on ELR that is pretty good, but some of it might be a little outdated. Basically, the things that you need ultimately to get started is a scale, a digital scale that can weigh down to 0.01. VG, bottles, your additive, and then flavorings. And Bull City Flavors is probably the best place to start for flavors. And then what I would recommend doing, and I think a lot of people would agree, is rather than just going out. Yeah, they have starter packs that are great too. Yeah, they're a good starting place for picking up flavors. Yes. The starter packs are great. But also you can go out and you can find a couple recipes that look good to you that may have some great reviews, and then just pick up the flavors for just those. Don't just go out willy-nilly getting whatever flavor you think might sound good. The flavor packs, they did do a great job of putting those flavor packs together. But what happens is, say, like, after like a few rounds of picking up flavors just to try recipes that you found, eventually your flavor stash starts to grow. But we can talk about it more. We can talk about it more. And you can also click on Advocate for Liberty right there and go subscribe to his channel. Tuesdays and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, they do a DIY show on his channel. And it's even more members of the DIY community in his chat than show up here. A lot of the same people show up, but many others will as well. Many of knowledgeable people that can also help answer questions, but my PMs are open. You know, we can chat. So yeah, this I started off with Creme de Menthe Flavora at 0.30%. You could probably use Flavor West Creme de Menthe. It is a little better, and it already has a chocolate note in it. When I created this recipe, I didn't have that flavor yet. The Flavora can go kind of toothpastey. As you noticed, I only use it at 0.30. If I go much higher than that, it does start to go a little toothpastey for me. So the Flavor West would be a good substitute. You would just have to use it at a higher percent. And it would also additionally add a chocolate note to it. Now for this recipe, I used Medicine Flower Dark Chocolate. You could probably sub it if you don't feel like spending the money for Medicine Flower Dark Chocolate. You just want to get a little bit of a chocolate note in there. It's not supposed to be like a dominant flavor. But the main aspect of the recipe are the rest of the flavors. The Lucky Leprechaun Cereal, TFA at 1.5. And Marshmallow Candy, Wonder Flavors at 0.5%. Now those are mostly to add that Lucky Charms marshmallow note to the recipe. The Lucky Leprechaun cereal has a very distinct marshmallow flavor to it that is reminiscent of the marshmallows and Lucky Charms. The Marshmallow Candy Wonder Flavors gives it a little bit of a boost. Puff Cereal Frosted from Wonder Flavors, which is like that main cereal note with the frosted sugar to it at 2%. Super Sweet Perlum at 0.6. And then the White Chocolate Flavora and White Chocolate VSO pairing, both at 1.5. I think there's a lot of room for substitutions in this recipe. The main flavors that I think you couldn't really substitute would be these three right here. The Lucky Leprechaun, Marshmallow Candy, and Puff Cereal. Unless you had Nom's Marshmallow, but that's a harder flavor to get a hold of. These three are the main nucleus of getting that cereal and marshmallow base. And then the White Chocolate Flavora. And you could probably pair whatever white chocolate you want to with the Flavora as long as you have the Flavora. It turned out really good. I definitely got like the graininess of that cereal and the dominant white chocolate with little hints of chocolate and mint in it. It really did, especially until it steeped. It mostly tasted like mint M&Ms. And then as it steeped, the cereal and the white chocolate started to come through. And it was a pretty nice, different take on like a shamrocky type of St. Patty's Day mix. Quilly, what's up, dude? There's Paul Cole. Paul Cole, we took a... Does it? Does Flavora have more chocolate? I thought the Flavor West did. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. You could still probably sub it. The Flavor West definitely has a better minty note. Paul, we shared your Ritz and Anunnaki combo. I stole it and shared it. Don says always looking to do a juice level update after 1 week of burrow use. Is a bottle of Pumpkin Jakarta and a bottle of Guava Strawberry. Ah, okay. Medical and recreational in Ohio. Very cool. There will be a lot more places in Ohio within the next couple of years. If you liked it, then it's a win. Yeah. FW is superior. Yeah, it's a superior mint. Let's see if we can back out of here. Then there's another one. Now this is a little bit more of a modern chocolate shamrock milkshake, and I believe all these flavors can currently be purchased at Bull City. This turned out really great. Me, Tim, and Cassie had differing opinions on the chocolate mint, but I really love this flavor. The chocolate mint from Wonder Flavors at 3%. And it's not, in this mix, it's not going to be very heavy mint. The mint is going to be present, but it's going to be light. Cocoa milk from SSA at 1%. French vanilla thick, Wonder Flavors at 1%. Ice cream dark chocolate. Oh, maybe they might not have the ice cream dark chocolate anymore. But it shouldn't be too difficult to find. I think some other places might still have it. Ice cream dark chocolate from Wonder Flavors at 2%. Milkshake from Cap at 2.5%. Super sweet Cap at 0.75. I like to use Cap for chocolates. And vanilla bean ice cream Flavor West at 3.5. So basically, the milkshake base that I like to use. Instead, this time I use vanilla bean ice cream instead of the SSA. It is a better ice cream. It's a little thicker. It's got a nicer vanilla note. It depends. I wanted this one to be a little more thicky, a little thicker. And then instead of the Mollenberry milkshake, I didn't use the Mollenberry milkshake that I usually use in the milkshake base because I used the cocoa milk. The cocoa milk has kind of like that malty texture. I think you get like a little bit of like that powdered cocoa feel from it. I think that makes up for not having the Mollenberry milkshake in there. The milkshake cap carries enough on its own while swapping the Mollenberry for cocoa milk. Ice cream dark chocolate, just to add some more chocolate to the mix. This one turned out really great. There's no picture. This one even was Buster Bell approved. And he's right. I did mix this one on the show a few months back. He says, I pity the fool who only mixes a 15 mil. Yeah, that's because I only made 15 mils of it on the show that night. It definitely needs at least... this actually should be changed. Oh no, my camera. Yeah, shoot. Hold on. Gosh darn it. Okay. I bumped my cord. Have a good one, everyone. Going to call it. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Have a good night, man. I've had succulents in the Anunnaki since it was set up. It's fantastic in there. Oh, yo, awesome. But yeah, this one turned out really great. It needs, I should do this. Edit. Where is that? It needs at least a 10-day steep minimum to really get the full picture. One last one, in case you weren't at AFL on Saturday. I'm thinking about tasting this tonight. I don't know. I figured why not share it since we got everything open. Um, the margarita bars. Essentially, they're like lemon squares, except they're made with lime zest and tequila. This doesn't really have much tequila in it. This is for seldom never used flavors, and the margarita candy I've never used. As a matter of fact, there isn't a single other recipe across all of ELR or ATF using this flavor. But I'm thinking of possibly tasting this tonight if we can get to it. I don't know. I went with Bakery Orange SSA at only 1/4%. Just a little bit to mix it up. The real recipe calls for orange juice. Some margaritas call for triple sec. I wanted a darker orange though. I didn't really want to go orange juice. I was taking some artistic liberty because it's a vape liquid and using the bakery orange to add a little bit of that dark orange flavor to add to like this being more like a bakery. Cheesecake gram per limit 2%. Italian cream Hankson at 1%. Classic flavor. A really good thickening agent. It's nice and dense. It has a tanginess to it. I wanted to use that instead of the typical cheesecake type of base. It would work well in a cheesecake mix, however. Lemon squares, Wonder Flavors at 3% as one of the main base flavors of this mix. The margarita candy at 2.5 to get the that lime, a tiny bit of tequila, but it's mostly lime. Powdered donut to add that dusting of powdered sugar. It does have a little bit of like a fried bakery note. It's not as noticeable at 1%, but it does help in a bakery profile. Sour lime SSA to boost the lime a little bit more at 0.5% and super sweet cap at 0.75. This is what they look like in real life. These ones actually call for crushed up pretzels instead of a graham crust. There's so many different recipes for these. You can use pretzels. You can use ginger snaps. I decided to go for graham. Off the knuckle though, because I used graham and because it's lime, I still think it kind of tastes like a key lime. The bakery orange does kind of change things up from your typical key lime though. And I was thinking about doing an adaptation, taking out the cheesecake and using Wonder Flavors pretzel dough to see if I can get it to mimic that pretzel crust. The problem is pretzel dough, from what I've read so far, I haven't single flavor tested it yet, is more like a gooey dough. It's not like a crunchy, crispy type of pretzel. I've also considered adding a little bit of maybe saline to this mix to add like a touch of salt. So this is something I'll probably be playing around with over the next couple weeks. I just figured why not share it. Oh, the cobblestone, not the cobblestone. The Ritz is a 28mm. Okay, my mistake. But the beauty ring didn't like the Kennedy. It won't fire with the beauty ring. Cobblestone is 25. Oh, okay. My mistake. Let's see. You can still get dark chocolate ice cream. Oh, and the flavor pack. Okay, sick. Oh, Kerplop is here. He's sharing a recipe. Let's grab that. Let's see. Sent him a link to it, Tim. Let's see. Let's take a look. And then we'll get to wicking something up to taste something. I want to see what Kerplop shared here though. All the flavors. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for dropping that link. That ice cream flavor pack is a fantastic flavor pack. From Kerplop. Tobacco mint melt away. Developed. This is a super smooth chocolate and mint tobacco. An after dinner vape that is just right and hits all of the notes. Ooh, one of my old time favorite chocolate flavors. This is one of the very first few chocolate flavors I ever really liked and started working with a few years ago. Flavora Chocolate Deutsch, 0.75%. Flavora Creme de Menthe at 0.75%. All Flavora, I see. Flavora Graham Cracker at 1. Flavora Marshmallow at 1%. Flavora Red Burley at 1%. Sweet and Smoky Tobacco at 0.5%. And Flavora Sweetness at 0.75. So if you enjoy, a tobacco, dessert tobacco flavors, this might be right up your alley with a minty component to it. I dig it. Thanks for sharing, dude. Looks good. I mean, definitely looks good if you enjoy tobaccos. I never really played around with tobaccos much at all. They just personally aren't my thing, but this looks like a really well thought out recipe. I dig it. Let's see. Let's get something set up. Patrick says, it's okay. I like the slow, sad era. This new stuff is erratic and not as reliable. Well, he's talking to, they're having a conversation. It's good even if you don't like tobacco. Okay. I can believe that. I've had a couple tobaccos that I did enjoy on occasion. Sorry, Rabbit needed to go in and I had to cut lettuce for homemade twister wraps. Let's go. So I picked up some new liquids from Tim and Cassie. And there was some that I kind of wanted to try more than others. However, I've been given the opportunity to be the first one besides them to try something new. If Tim is okay with me tasting it tonight on stream. And Cassie, Tim and Cassie are okay with me tasting it tonight on stream. It's a new one. It's not available yet. And new liquids? You don't say. Yeah. All right, awesome. I don't know if it needs a little bit more of a steep, but I'm sure it's going to be tasty regardless. So we're going to give it a go tonight. If you've had any of Cassie's other cream cheese Danish recipes, she's got a whole line of them. Cheeseburger! Yeah. So far, I've only tasted the guava strawberry. Loved the guava strawberry. That cream cheese Danish base is fantastic. It has just enough of that pastry bakery flavor to be able to tell that it's a bakery, especially on the exhale, but it doesn't come close to overpowering the fruit, the guava and the strawberry. The guava, fantastic. This is she's got other ones, huckleberry, blueberry, raspberry, plain cream cheese Danish if you don't want any fruit. Well, this is the newest one that's going to be coming soon. Plum cream cheese Danish. Now, you guys know I mentioned earlier how much I enjoy apricot vapes. I like plum too. I actually am pretty partial to stone fruits in general. And you'd be surprised at what stone fruits pair well with. And I've got a feeling that this is going to be a nice blend, and it's going to go well with that cream cheese Danish flavor. But first we have to wick something up. Peanut butter as well is coming soon. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually really going to make a push to release my peanut butter cookie recipe soon. I'm just debating on whether or not I want to invest in more flavors to make it not as limited. But peanut butter sounds awesome, dude. Peanut butter sounds awesome. The huckleberry and blueberry are both fantastic, says Dalton. Yeah. I also got the huckleberry. I did get the huckleberry. You are plum crazy, says Neil. Yeah. I want to give this a little knuckle. Real quick, though. You can definitely tell it's that same cream cheese Danish base. It's fantastic. I thought, why not break out a single coil recoil? And because we're tasting a Cassie liquid, let's go with something purple. It's been a while since I've rocked the single coil kit, Team Single Coil. Let's get this thing wicked up, and we're gonna taste it on this bad boy. Both of my Elder Dragons are in use, but I've discovered that, especially when it comes to bakery flavors and things like that, this recoil, whether single or dual, fantastic for tasting liquids on. You just really get a full representation of flavor profiles out of this thing. I want all the peanut butter, yeah. If you like this, I'll drop both tonight. Oh, okay. There you go, guys. A little positive foreshadowing. So let's get this whicked up. We have everything for release. Just was waiting so not to overload everyone. I do understand that. I had some catching up to do. They had released so many liquids, and I had fallen behind. Now, of course, I definitely have some favorites from them that I had on hand. But I definitely had fallen behind. I had to get some of the ones I hadn't tried yet. So I smear peanut butter on my nude body sometimes. It's awesome that way too. Is that why your cats are always swarming all over you? Plumpkin pilaf pumpkin rice flavor. It's a staple in the Bermuda Triangle area. Really? Dude, I wanted to do a plum pumpkin. Like a plum and pumpkin spice. Because I know they would go well together. Let's see. Oh, that's why. I'm like, where is my control panel? There it is. Okay, we're back in action. Bam! This is a Twisted Timmy's 3.5 millimeter Alien V1. It's not the newest coil, but it definitely still has plenty of life left in it. 3.5 millimeters is fantastic in the single coil. We're gonna wick this sucker up. Get my 3 millimeter cotton out. And I know that doesn't sound accurate because it's a 3.5 millimeter. But the FDH wicks is a little thick. So if I just don't peel a sliver off, I can just kind of fluff it out a bit. I think I want to fold this and cut it in half, because I still have enough for another wick of something. Inviting the neighbor's chihuahua over again tonight. Did a peanut butter and pumpkin recipe, not for me. Yeah, okay. Plum and pumpkin, because I know plum goes well with like Like you could basically make like an apple pie with plums. Everything like that you would make an apple pie with, except replace the apples with plums. And I know pumpkin spice. I played around with it a little bit too. Team Raising Cane sucks? Interesting. That plum was a request from one of the peeps over in the UK. Okay. All right. What's up, Face Me? Plums are just non-shriveled prunes. Prunes make me voop. I want to glow this real quick here. This is a 0.15 single coil. So beautiful single coil for running on a Mac. I just want to glow it. No! I keep pushing the wrong button. There we go. Just want to glow it a little bit here. Just because it's been sitting around. You out of here, Kerplop? Or is that piece to Lady Liberty saying hello? All right. So why not vape a plum whilst you voop? Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, see? Perfect. Perfect. It's actually the perfect amount of cotton to make a 3.5 millimeter crackle nice. Measure that down there like that. Just snip off the ends a little bit. Bam. Now I'm just going to fluff this out. Not really thin it, but fluff it out. Fluff. The fluff is your friend. Embrace the fluff is what Breeze Tones always says. Embrace the fluff. All right. That should be perfect. Not saying it's a bad thing, Cassie. Gosh. Some people are pro vooping here. Me, I don't take vapes into the bathroom. There we go. Tuck, tuck, tuck. I ended up pulling that back out instead of tucking it in. You know what? This might be a little bit easier. This little flathead. Just because that's right up against the edge of the mod there, the top of the mod, it makes it hard to get the tweezers in. There we go. Nice and easy on that side. There we go. Let's get her going. Plum did kerplop that Voop Master. What? Yesterday was so nice out. Now it's in the 20s with 4 inches of snow on the ground. It was like in the 60s here earlier. I'm not sure if it's still that. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, the temperature dropped in half. We're at 32 now, and it's starting to snow. Awesome. It was literally in the 60s, like, I don't know, 8 hours ago. All right. Saturate the coil. My ear's ringing. I'm picking up alien frequencies. It says, take a big fat rip off your Anunnaki. Hold on. There we go. Not taking your vape into the bathroom is like not taking your phone into the bathroom. What are you even doing? Yeah, literally just shitting. Alone with your thoughts. Yep. I don't take my phone in there either. Nope. No electronics in the bathroom for me. You forgot the Speedos! Yeah. Magazines. They used to be the cell phone of the bathroom. Yeah. That's what I used to do. Read magazines. Read. Let's see. Peppa stole that from me. Voop. Voop-a-doop. You make me wanna voop. 82 here yesterday, and I woke up to 32. Ah, okay. Yes. All right, let's see. We need some wattage to work that in there. Woo! It's splattering all over. There. Now, let me just kind of mold this into place a little bit. The cotton was so fluffy, it was taking forever to saturate. There we go. All right. Let's get our cap on. I'm going to take a preliminary toot on here. I think. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's back this out a little. We got to get our little spacer guy. I kind of wish this was a little thicker. There we go. Fully charged 20S. Because without a spacer, this gap would be even bigger. But it's going to gap no matter what. And it doesn't really matter because you still have to screw this part out for the switch to work. So awesome. There she is, all set up and ready to go. She purty. Classic coil art mage. All right. Here we go. Strip a little bit more and give it a whirl. Plum, Lady Liberty plum cream cheese Danish. Cheers. Ooh. Wow. That's so good. If you like any of the cream cheese Danishes, man, the plum goes so well with it. I think it's even a little juicier than the guava strawberry. The plum. It's juicy. It's ripe. It's like that ripe. I don't know how else to explain it, but like in my mind, I think juicy purple stone fruit. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe it. The plum it's not like plum forward. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a tad plum forward. But they're so well balanced and it pairs so well together. It's such a surprise because plum cream cheese Danish isn't like something that like I would, you know, that I would just out of nowhere just dream up. Tim's vaping the key lime right now. Always Paul's fault, Steven. Yeah. Get you a thick black O-ring to fill up that space. Yeah. Like they make like thicker like little things like this. I have Ultim ones, but they're only 22 millimeter. So then it would just leave a gap up top. Wow. I can tell you right now, that's all day vape worthy. Initially, like I set it up with the R3 because I wanted to drip with it to start, but I would squonk that. I would 100 all these cream cheese Danishes. I think are squonk worthy. That base just is, that cream cheese Danish base is so good. Right there. Right there at the beginning of the exhale, you get everything. You get ripe, juicy plum, the thick creaminess of the cream cheese, and the exhale of that pastry note. It just all blends together so beautifully. Wow. That's what I thought. Vaping the key lime. I'll take the blame. Let's see. Wait. It's pear or plum? It's plum. It's plum. Did I say pear at some point? So it's official. The plum cream cheese Danish and the white chocolate peanut butter cheesecake will go up on the site tonight. Plum ploppy. Yeah. My plums never. I got it. I get what you're saying. Gonna load up PB&J cream in the R3. I think it'll be great in there. Hell yeah, dude. It is. I love, dude. I love that PB&J cream and anything. I don't think there is an atomizer that I own, well, except unless I've just recently gotten it, that I haven't tried the PB&J cream in yet. We'll drop both plum and peanut butter before end of show. Hell yeah, guys. I love being here to witness the building of Tim and Cassie's menu. Like, our menu has kind of been where it's at for a very long time. And I kind of miss some of those earlier days where we were still kind of like putting things on, eventually like taking things off and replacing them with new things, because just sometimes like certain recipes will have a run, you know what I mean? They'll run their course, and we would replace them with certain things to try to keep the number of recipes that we had available under a certain amount. Because the more recipes you add, the more work it becomes. But eventually our menu got to a point where now we just once every like 2 or 3 months try to release something new, you know? And we're overdue for sure. But being here to experience them building their menu and releasing these amazing new flavors has it's 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 been a blessing. It has. Because they're making bangers, dude. And we say this all the time. Me, Tim, Cassie, Kaz, we all firmly believe that supporting each other and being a part of a community that supports each other is it's beneficial for everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm never going to stop supporting my friends Tim and Cassie. And at some point, I'm going to make it a point to at least try every single one of their liquids if I can. Need to boot up streaming PC to drop them is all? Okay. All bangers, no mash. Yeah. Plus, we bounce ideas off of each other. We get inspiration from each other. I've definitely learned a lot from Tim and Cassie over the last couple of years. And it's just more for you guys. You know what I mean? You've got multiple huge menus of all types of different profiles to choose from several different people. It's got to be pretty great. God, that's delicious. Let's pair it. Let's pair it with some coffee. The plum with the coffee doesn't initially seem like something that I would normally do, but because it's got that cream cheese Danish base, I think it's going to be great. Yeah, not bad at all. Man, that's good. The lineup of the DIY base lines at this point is top tier. Yeah. And I mean, we put so much work and effort into honing our craft that I don't know. It just feels good. It just feels good to contribute to what's available out there for people to be able to stay off cigarettes. That's one of my favorite parts about creating liquids. Like when I got a message literally a week ago from somebody that said, like, one of your liquids single-handedly has kept me from smoking cigarettes for like almost 2 years now. It just warms my heart to know that, because that's the point. That's the main point. You know what I mean? Not just to have something to be able to replace that smoking habit, but to have something that's enjoyable. You know, it shouldn't just be just going through the motions. I understand like 90% of vapors in the world just go to a gas station and grab a disposable. You know what I mean? But you gotta hope that at some point, maybe they find a community where they can find all these options for themselves someday, you know? And not saying that vaping disposables is bad, because if it keeps them off of cigarettes, you know, that's a great thing. But maybe hopefully someday they might be able to discover that all this is here waiting for them. And there's just a whole world that they don't even know that exists of deliciousness. The lineup of support a brother and sister and join Advocates for Liberty Patreon if you can as well. I always forget they have the Patreon. I could sit here glazing this liquid all night. That's good. That's a real freaking winner. I want to set up a couple more things though. And we only got 45 minutes. And I apologize last week, by the way. I misread C-Moose's notification when I said, oh, go head on over to Twitch. And then he didn't even stream. So sorry about that. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to set up a burrow device. Because thanks to my buddy Tim, I got these sexy new panels that he made me for my Cthulhu. And he put this big long strip of airflow there for me, which is perfect for these style burrow tanks. One of the reasons why I never really cared for these style burrow tanks is because a lot of devices only have airflow that comes in from the side, and I feel like you get more airflow when it comes in from the center there. I'm going to wick up. Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's really, really cool of you. I'm going to wick up the Tita X. It's already got a coil in it. You guys know me. I pretty much only use the Voltrove in my billet box. But every now and again, I'll break out something. I don't have a lot. I've only got like 3 other RVAs. That's got Gimme Samoa in it. Gimme Samoa tastes so good in there. I don't know what liquid I'm going to put in here, but we're going to wick up this Tita X, and we're going to get this Cthulhu running with these sexy new panels. Tita X, pretty average RBA, but I've definitely enjoyed it the couple times that I've set it up, so let's get her rocking. Shouldn't take too long to get wicked and set up. This is it's just a little burrow coil that Dan wrapped up. Dan wrapped up some of these little mini, like just a standard 0.35 burrow alien. Nothing super fancy. I had a few of them laying around, and I want to say I built this thing and probably only wicked it up a couple times. So why not give it a go? If I can get this screwed in. That's the hardest part. There we go. It does have the 510 already built in, but it's reading a 0.31. Yeah. The Cthulhu reads it more at like a 0.34, 0.35. If you ever want another RBA, the MKR2 is great flavor. Yeah, it's just a Tubuku. Yeah. Those panels look like they fit perfectly. They do. I had to, and I told Tim I had to put my own magnets in, but I had just enough magnets to make it work. Let's see. Let's go 2.5 millimeters. It's a 2.5 millimeter coil. Hopefully I can wick this guy up okay. I'm going to peel a little bit off the side here. There we go. Let's see. This isn't like any like crazy super crackle coil or anything like that. It's just your average burrow alien. Maybe we'll get a little crackle from it, you never know, but really just want it to vape efficiently and wick correctly. I think if I recall, the last time I did this, I just kind of like fluffed up the ends here. Maybe this side can be thinned out a little bit. There we go. And then I cut along the edges of the deck here like that. Bam. Like that. I think that's what I did last time and it worked all right. So bam. Let's hope. Just kind of fluff it back up. And then just kind of tuck these guys in there. I might have cut that a little short. Let's poke it down with this guy. I feel like it might have gotten cut a little shorter than I wanted to. Let's see. Tim sent me a message. Excuse me. If I ever win the lottery, there will be signs. Free mechs for all! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. These are the wood grain ones that Tim made for his Cthulhu. Look at those. Oh. And there's the other side. Those are sexy. All right. I don't know what I'm going to put in this guy. I thought maybe I could grab one of those tester liquids, but I haven't even tested them on an RDA yet. The wood grain texture goes fully through the panels. Hell yeah. Gosh darn, what do I put in there? Maybe I should grab something that I know what it tastes like. I was tempted because I got this. The margarita bars. I haven't even tasted it on an RDA yet. And then this blueberry yogurt parfait. which is like a blueberry yogurt with like oatmeal cookie. But I don't know if I want to taste those for the first time. You know what, screw it. Let's use the blueberry. Why not? Why not? Might as well know what things taste like in the burrow. Blueberry yogurt parfait. I think it'll be good. It's a nice blueberry. It's got a little bit of medicine flower blueberry in there. Some blueberry cream fresh, Wonder flavors. Some real flavors, oatmeal cookie. Couple different yogurts. Flavor West yogurt and Wonder Flavors frozen yogurt. Getting a little rumble from that coil. And I say, if I don't start using some of these liquids for certain things, these tester bottles are just going to sit here, you know? Let's clean that up a little bit. Make sure none of those straggly pieces are sitting over this, or hanging over the side. And I kind of want to make sure that that's tucked down in there. All right. Let's get this guy on here. Yeah, that's badass. Issue with the panels is I need more magnets before I can put them up for sale, and can't sell vape gear on the site, sadly. However, DMs can make things happen, yeah. Wait until he has some time to add our logos to those Gower doors instead of the ones that came. Oh yeah, that's going to be sick. It's going to be sweet. All right, let's see. Screw this guy back on. Thanks to everybody who's still sticking around, bearing with me here. Fumbling with burrow RBAs. Not my usual forte, but we try some different things every now and again. This is actually going to have to pop off so I can. Let's see. The only thing that I can't really get on board with is when you tighten this tighter up. Ah, shit. It gosh darn it. When you tighten the tighter up, it like, there we go. It like wants to twist. You know what I mean? Pop this in from the top. Bam. There we are. I'll show you. There we go. We're in. It wants to like twist this way when you tighten it up. Let's see if I can get this going here. Huh. Actually, hold on a second. I wonder, maybe if I can push it that way a little bit. When I tighten it, it'll be closer to straight. All right. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Yeah, see, it kind of turned. Sometimes you can turn it back. Yeah, it's in there. That's all that matters. It's in there. It's reading a 0.36. That's close enough. Come on. There we go. I just don't want to quite start it at 36 watts, I don't think. All right. Slide that down. Let's fill her up. About halfway for now is good, just to test it. All right, let's get this guy on here. This guy on here, here we go. Let's give it a try, huh? There she is. She's in there. Fumbly. I may holler about some Nova panels. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see. Let's give it a try. We might end up we're probably going to end up turning the wattage up a tad, but let's try it at 30 watts to start. Cheers. It's actually not bad at 30 watts. I see bubbles. I think we might need to turn the wattage up a touch. Maybe 32 watts. Not bad. I don't know if I'm getting the fullness of the flavor profile, but I'm definitely picking up the blueberry, and I'm picking up some of that oatmeal cookie, the bit of the mouthfeel from the yogurt. Cotton isn't quite broken in yet either, but let's fill it up now that we know it's not going to leak. Now that we know it's not going to leak, definitely doesn't have as punchy a flavor as the Voltrove does, but it gets the job done. I can taste the liquid. Like I said, I taste the blueberry. I can taste that oatmeal cookie. I think maybe we can go up to 34 watts. Yeah. It's keeping up. And the airflow, The airflow is perfect for what I like as far as like a burrow. I gotta have full on airflow for an RBA, for a burrow device. Maybe I should poke around a little bit for a better RBA. I've got the Odd Job also, and the Odd Job was great. I think the setting on the airflow should be perfect for the Odd Job too, but I just didn't have time to dig it out. That stuff is horrible to print. Too much crystallization. Yeah. Metal as fuck. I can make panels for most devices if I can get the raw file or scan and create with the new scanner kit I bought recently. CNC option will be coming soon as well. Oh yeah. Was Kaz back? Oh, Kaz, I love you too, brother. Be on the lookout, man. Your package went out today. Hell yeah. Peak is an option, but AMS prints better. Yeah. I think maybe I might need to look into maybe one or two new RBAs to try. Why not? I don't know. I just don't use them too often. But I'm definitely going to want to be using this. Especially, you know, because I got my new panels for it. I'm loving that, man. It's like a, I don't know if you can really see it. It's like a purple and blue, like hybrid kind of color. At certain angles, it looks more purple. At certain angles, it looks more blue. And it does match the color of the body really nicely. She's vaping. She's keeping up. I'm getting bubbles. It's just not known for being like one of the better RBAs. It's just something that my buddy tossed into a package for me to try. And it's just been sitting here in a pile of stuff for like months and months. Oh yeah. Well, that's going. Maybe I'll look into a couple RBAs. Nothing that's like super duper like expensive or anything, but like, I don't know what's good out there right now that's like in a fairly budget kind of range. I can't even, I don't even follow RBAs that much. Cool. Oh yeah. Well, all right. I remember when the Alexa 6 came out, I was interested in that one. Let's hydrate. We picked up a couple, but we used them for raffles. All right. Last but not least, another guy that if you can find one, the Yacht Vape Eclipse Dual. Oh, okay. I forgot about that. I haven't used this in a long time. I wanted to set it up in squonk mode and try it in squonk mode someday, but it just doesn't match any of the squonks that I have, really. It doesn't really match anything except for my Grim Army Hexome. So it already has a dual staggered fuse Clapton build in it. That's perfect for a hex. Comes out Oh, no! No, I hit the wrong tab! Hold on. I'm sure you... Hello, hello! I froze up. Hold on, guys. Last time this happened, you said you could still see and hear me. Okay, here we are. We're back. I accidentally opened Discord again. Because the tab is right next to my G-Hub. There we go. They need to be fired, I think. I got some dust on them. But these are some SFCs made by Jared. You can tell they've just been sitting for a while. But that's all right. We're going to fire them. And actually, I have an idea. Let's give them a little brush. Get some of that dust off of there. It's just been sitting on the shelf for forever. But I want to say these are triple 30 gauge or triple 29 gauge. Triple 29 gauge SFCs. Those, see, that looks a little bit better. Once we fire them, they'll be ready to rock. Should come out to exactly a perfect 0.2, and they vape great on the Hexome. I have hands made, breeze tones, and Steamcraft coils on the way from Bogan. Hell yeah, J Logan. Haven't used this guy in a while. Yeah, 0.21. 0.21 they're reading. There we go. Burn off that dust. All right. Tim MD, what's up, dude? Afternoon. There might be a little dust on the coil, but don't let that fool you, as they will flame up fine. Yeah. Can't see. Yeah, you could see and hear me. It knocks my camera off from my dashboard when that happens, but you guys can still see me. And then it takes me a second to get my visual back when I accidentally open up Discord. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. All right. 3mm cotton. Oh, this is a fresh new jar of 3mm FDH wicks. Wait, didn't I have one piece of cotton left? I did. Yeah, here it is. One piece. Two piece. There we go. I gotta unwind that a little bit, unravel some of that. All right. Avocado. Pull a little bit off of that guy. That one doesn't seem like it needs much pulled off of it. Maybe a sliver. This is the only RDTA I've ever tried. And in my opinion, it's strictly a dual coil atomizer. You can run a single in it. I just feel like how the airflow is definitely further like spread out compared to the 22 millimeter RDA. It just functions better as a dual coil. But what liquid do we put in this guy is the question. Once we get it going. Let's give it a little snippity doodah. Man, these scissors have seen better days, man. There we go. All right, get these a little thin. I remember the first time I ever wicked this, everybody was like, don't thin it out because it wicks so efficiently, and it does. But I feel like you do have to thin your wicks out some. You especially want to make sure that there's no clumps in there. Make sure everything's running the same direction. Bam. And we're going to do one side first and check the length in case we need to pull back on it a little bit, because you don't want them to be like folded over or bunched up at all. You want the ends sitting flat directly on those little mesh guys there. So I think this side is a little bit more the length that we want. Avocado RETA looks exactly like the nitrous art. Does it? Oh, is that why he said avocado? I get it now. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but wet liquid is recommended. Yes. Yes. Usually. All right. All right. Let's see. See, that side looks like it's a little bunched up still. Let me comb it out just a touch more. Pull that back. All right. There we go. That's right where we want it. Sitting flat on top of those mesh thingies. There we go. And these can be a little shorter. Bam. Got him. I have the black and red. I want a black. I wish this one had a black cap so it was black and green sometimes, but this color pairing does look pretty decent on this hexome, so there we go. I think we got the length just right. Or as Nick would say, it's just like a put. Broke glass on avocado, but here it is with you wicking behind it. Oh, okay, awesome. I'll take a look in a bit here. All right. I think we're ready to rock. And I think I decided on what liquid I want to put in here. I'm going to get it out of the drawer. Have the Gundam color scheme nitrous. Oh, yeah. It's pretty rad. I like that one. Come on. Get out of my way, you stupid cable. I've been hanging on to this for a while. I haven't tried it in a dual coil setup yet. And because I finally got a couple more bottles ordered, I'm going to enjoy some of the FC in this bad boy. The apricot cream cookie from FDH. Possibly my new favorite one from them. It's a tough competition between this and the Aliens Are Outside. All right. But I think this is going to freaking be awesome in here. Pulled out FC the other day as well. It's living on my desk. Yeah. It's like either I'm going to run it in like a tank or a dripper or whatever. Because I don't know. If I squonk with it, I don't know. I'm going to plow through the rest of this bottle either way. So might as well just enjoy it in its fullness on the hexome. There we go. Getting a little bit of crackle from the SFCs. That's actually unusual. Just want to make sure that everything's just kind of nice and tidy in there. All right. Fill it up. Cap it. Already got our airflow set to how we want it, just like the RDA. Can get links to their... what's going on? I know I'm missing a lot of chat, but let's see. Bam. It doesn't look terrible on a black mod. It just, I don't know. It just feels like it should be, like it... I was thinking of almost getting like a Lost Vape, like a green Lost Vape Quest. It would kind of look like this on there, except with a green mod. Thinking about getting a new mod so I could run it more often, but preliminary too. That's so good. Let's take the recoil off since we got a purple recoil set up now. Let's get our little protector guy on the bottom of our atomizer. It's a little bit of a light green compared to some of the greens on the hexome, but there are some lighter greens in there. It's a pretty darn close match. It's close enough, I would say. I don't think I need it to be turned up that high, though. Let's turn it down to like 45. Let's turn it down to 40. And that should be perfect, I think. There we go. But close enough. Matchy, matchy. This is a 3D printed drip tip from Squanch, too. I don't know if I'm going to keep that one on there or not. Time to vape it. That RDTA has 1960s Batman Joker vibes. Yeah. Here we go. Cheers. God, that's good. I guess it's kind of a stone fruit kind of night. We got the plum cream cheese Danish and now the apricot cream cookie. Woo! It's just as good fucking dual coil as anything else, man. With these freaking staggered fuse Claptons, absolutely made for flavor. More power. I don't think it needs too much more power. 45 maybe. It doesn't need to be a super hot vape. I think 45 is good. And you can see the liquid level coming down a little bit as I vape it. So it is wicking. Yeah, it takes a little bit. It's kind of dry, but it will wick. We can probably watch it wick. But that's why you need to thin it out. Otherwise, it takes even longer. It like slowly saturates. In the time that it took me to focus, it's definitely gotten much wetter than it was. The beauty of it is, though, is if you're impatient, you can just drip on it. So, there's that. Jason makes me squanch all the time. God, that's good. It comes with this drip tip. This more flat, rounded one. I like the way that shape of drip tip looks on there. And it does match pretty nicely. Yeah. After a few rips, it needs like a minute or so to wick. Maybe if I thinned it out a little bit more, it might wick a little bit quicker, but I don't know. The heat sometimes helps it too. Yeah, I know. I think 40 was perfect. 40 at a 0.2. Plus, it's a 0.2, but you got to remember it's triple 29 gauge. So it's not meant to be like super duper high wattage. Yeah, that hit was nice and saturated. And then this can just go on here for now, because I'm going to have to dry out that cotton, because I'm not going to, I just dripped the carrot cake on this guy at the beginning of the show. So I don't want to waste that liquid. So there we have it. We'll wait for that to juice up a little bit, and we'll rip on some more of this plum. It's actually a nice dual pairing right there. The apricot cream cookie and the pear cream cheese Danish. They have both of those in the lineup at the same time. They complement each other really nicely. So there we have it. Let's take a look at this week's lineup. Over the course of the next few days, probably through Saturday, Sunday is when I usually break things down and start preparing for the next Monday. I start taking some things out of rotation. But this is our lineup right now. Can't go wrong. A little bit of everything. A couple of blueberry liquids. We got the snickerdoodle cookie, the FC, and then the plum cream cheese Danish. Hell yeah. And a whole lot of color. A whole lot of color. That's what we're going to rock with throughout the week. I'll probably end up cleaning out that black R3 sometime towards the end of the night. Just because now we've got the nitrous on top of the hexome for now. It's the Coil Art Mage. It's from like 2016, 2017. Single 18650. Not the hardest hitting mech, but you put a low single coil build on there and it performs plenty good. And it's pretty. It matches that R3 perfectly, man. And this is the drip tip that came with my purple Rebirth RDA. It just occurred to me that it was the perfect drip tip to tie it all together. That lives on there now. And it gives me an excuse to break out an old mech more often. I think we did pretty good tonight. That needs to be squonked. And we got liquids set up from all my friends. We got a Duchess liquid, a Lady Liberty liquid, an FDH liquid. Next week we'll break out the maple bar from Tim. I am excited to try the blueberry, the white chocolate blueberry cheesecake too. I also got the huckleberry cream cheese Danish, the pumpkin Jakarta, and the maple bar. So plenty of new stuff to taste. I know lots of you guys have already tried most of them or some of them, but I haven't yet. So it's going to be exciting. I still have Duchess liquids that I haven't tasted. good times. Lots of fresh new stuff to taste. And like I said last week, some of them I might not wait for the stream to taste them. If I get in the mood to set a liquid up, I'm just gonna set it up, and then we'll just talk about it next time I go live, because I'm sure I'll still be running it by then. But that's all we had lined up for tonight, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. As always, we had quite a bit of people here at the peak of the stream tonight. There was like 34 people watching at one point, and we still maintained half of those people, which is pretty good retention rate for a 2.5 hour long stream. When you got people tuning in from the other side of the world that have got to go to bed and people got things to do. You guys freaking make this stream what it is. When I order a nitrous RDA from Damn Vape, they threw in the purple Airflow and Beauty Ring, the blue and the gunmetal as free gifts. Oh, nice. So I really want to, I want a black one. I really just want a black cap. So sometimes I can do black and green, but it's not that big of a deal. PB is up. Working on the plum now. Heck yeah. Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Yeah, you guys make this show what it is. And I have a lot of fun doing it. But it gets to be that time. 9:30 is kind of a cutoff. Not only because the dopamine dump should be starting. I don't know for sure if Seamus is streaming or not yet. He has not made a post. But also because I got to eat, I got to get work finished, and I got to get my little man ready for bed because he's got his teacher coming tomorrow, and today didn't go so well, so we got to get back on track tomorrow. Dog had an issue and got slowed down. Oh, okay. But yeah, guys, the plum cream cheese Danish is an absolute winner. It's going to be available on Lady Liberty Liquids shortly, tonight, soon. I'll try to keep you guys posted on any new JMW stuff coming out. It's been a real struggle. Just because anything that I've said it 100 times, anything that comes out is going to probably have to be limited. So we run through what supplies we have for them and then take them down and hopefully put something else up. Might bring back a couple old flavors. Like we've got tons of supplies to make Polly Loves Mango. And I feel like that liquid is a really good mango yogurt and was super slept on when it was on the In the Know menu. But I think if it got put back up as a seasonal release on the main menu to give it some, a place to shine there for a little while, I think that could be a good one to bring back for the springtime. But communication has been a little thin lately. So we'll get some things up. If not, it's all good. Still got plenty of your favorites available and other people as well to get stuff from. All right, I'm just rambling, guys. I guess keep an eye out on Twitch if you want to see if the dopamine dump is going on tonight. I'm not sure. Sometimes he starts a little bit closer to 10 o'clock. If he does, I will see you there. And then I'll probably see you guys all at the Fiddle tomorrow. Love you all. This has been fun. I will see you guys next time. Thank you oh yeah. Make sure to put all your last words, hashtags, any of that fun stuff in chat. I like to throw it up on screen. Thank you as always for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.